Hello my dear students, welcome to our EVS lecture Environmental Studies Part 1. So see children, today we are going to learn lesson number 7. Let us solve our problem. So in this lesson we are going to learn about various problems which one we are facing in our day-to-day life. So see, in front of you there is a picture and one by one I will explain you what that particular person is saying us. Okay, so first picture, in that first picture the girl is saying my area gets water only thrice a week. Means what? This girl is complaining about the water shortage in her locality. Adequate supply of water is a major civic problem in the cities or town or village. Now say in second picture, the boy is saying us that the garbage has filled up. I have to walk to school with my nose covered. Means what? This boy expresses his anger about foul smell from the garbage filled up on the road. Disposal of garbage is a major civic problem in the cities or town. Now in third picture, the girl is saying, I feel like riding my bicycle to school every day, but there is no bicycle track. Means what? This girl is complaining about the traffic jam on the roads. Heavy traffic jams and pollution from the exhaust of the vehicles are major civic problems. This problem becomes acute when there is no separate track for riding bicycle. Now you just observe fourth picture. The boy is telling that my father has to visit the taluka place every day for some dispute over the land. Means what? This boy is complaining actually about the delay in disposal of land dispute by the court at the taluka place. Delay in disposal of disputes and piling up the cause is a major public problem. So all these types of problem which one we are facing in our day-to-day life. These problems are very serious and we should have to bring solution for them. So first one we will learn this lesson point wise. Our first point is civics problems or issues in civics life. Means what children? The issues in public life in cities or town are called civics problem. Okay, the issues in public life in cities, town, villages are called civic problems as this caused inconvenience to the people and throw their life in disorder. See children, if we turn a blind eye towards such a type of problems, they become worse. So it is better to solve them in time. The problem faced by people in cities and villages can be called problems or issues in civics life. So they can be solved through everyone's efforts and cooperation. Why? Because one person alone cannot solve such a type of problems. Now our second point is solving disputes. Means what children? The problems which cannot be resolved become disputes. Means if we will not solve such a type of problem, definitely there will be dispute. Minor disputes can be resolved or can be solved amicably by counseling the parties involved. Parties approach courts when the disputes can be resolved amicably. Means we can solve such a type of problems. See children, in 2007 the Mahatma Gandhi Disputes Free Village Mission is being implemented in our state. The aim of this scheme is that village should be able to solve their own disputes through peaceful discussion. Okay? This method of solving disputes increases harmony in the village. Villages which have a solve their disputes by using this method also get a peace award in cities. So this type of method is really very remarkable. So in cities or mohalla communities help to solve disputes. Okay, so our next point is problem solving. Problem solving means what, children? See, here are two examples in your textbook. Have you heard about these attempts at solving problems? First is Hivre Bazaar. It's an example, good example for us. In the village of Hivre Bazaar in Ahmednagar district, water shortage was a big problem. This problem was solved with the help and participation of the villagers. Okay, participation of villagers. The problem of animal feed was also solved. Now Hivre Bazaar has a lush green surrounding. Yes, greenery is there everywhere in that village. Many villages face water shortage. Okay, so we have to also solve their problems by giving such a type of example. Means example of Hivre Bazaar. Now second example is Khudavdi. Okay, it's a village, and Khudavdi is a village in Usmanabad district where the problem of disposal of wastewater and cleaning were solved by Shramadhan. Okay, the garbage was used to make manure using vermiculture. A toilet was built in each house. Okay, children, so these two villages are good example of problem solving method. Means they solved their problems by themselves only. They did not take help from outside. Villagers, mean village peoples only solved their problems. Now next point is we are going to learn about Sant Gadge Baba, and we are going to learn about Rashtra Sant Tukdoji Maharaj. See children, Sant Gadge Baba used kirtans to stress the importance of keeping the village clean. He told the people that we cannot make progress without cleanliness, education and self-reliance. He showed people how to clean the village through his own action. And about Rashtra Sant Tukdoji Maharaj, see, Rashtra Sant Tukdoji Maharaj explained the importance of cleanliness through his Gram Geet. What was that Geet? मिळोनी करावी ग्राम सफाई, नाली मोरी ठाई ठाई, हसते परहसते साफ सर्वही, चहूकडे मार्ग. So these two sons did a great things for us. They explain us importance of cleanliness. Okay, according to them, cleanliness, education and self-reliance are very good things for all of us. Now we will move to our next point. Do you know? First of all, I will read this. In order for peace to spread worldwide and for nations to be able to strive for the development of their people, 21st September has been designated by the UN as an International Peace Day. On this day in New York, where the United Nations have their headquarters, a bell is rung at 10 o'clock in the morning. This is followed by a few months of silence. This bell has been made from coins given by people from around 16 nations. If you would like to know more about this, visit the following websites, and they have given us this type of website also. Means what, children? What this passage is explaining us about something. Means what? See children, 12th September is celebrated as an International Peace Day to spread the message. Which one? To spread the message of peace among nations and make them work for development of their people. On this day, a bell is rung at 10 am at the UN headquarters in New York, followed by a minute of silence. This bell was made from the contribution given by people from 16 countries. Which day? 21st September. By mistake, I explained 12th September, but not 12th September. 21st September has been designated by the UN as a International Peace Day. Again, I am explaining. 21st September is celebrated as International Peace Day to spread the message of peace among nations and make them work for the development of their people. And this bell, okay, on this day a bell is rung at 10 a.m. in the UN headquarters in New York, followed by a minute of silence. This bell was made from the contribution given by people from 16 countries. Again, I am explaining. 12th September is celebrated as International Peace Day to spread the message of peace among nations. Now, see children, next point is we are going to move towards our next point that we have to always remember. What we have to remember? See children, if there is a peace in the family, school and society, everyone will benefit. Peace contributes significantly to progress. It creates scope for advances in various fields like business, industry, education, art, literature, entertainment, science and technology. In this way, peace becomes a social value rather than a personal need. Means what? Again, I am explaining. Always remember what we have to remember, children. Everyone benefits when there is a peace in the family or school or society. Peace contributes to progress by creating opportunities in business, industry, education, art, literature, entertainment, science and technology. Peace is a social value more than a personal need. So in this way, today we have finished this lesson. Lesson is very short. So what we have learnt in this lesson, children? Everyone has a responsibility to solve problems in civic life. Second one, problems can be solved if everyone cooperates. Third one, dialogues and discussion can help to solve disputes. And next one, disputes can be solved peacefully. Okay, disputes can be solved peacefully. Fifth one, if there is a peace in family, school and society, everyone will get benefit. And last one, peace is a social value. Means sixth one, peace is a social value. So in this way, today we have finished our lesson number 7. You have to read this lesson. This is your homework. You have to read this lesson and you have to learn this lesson from the core of your heart. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay children, again I am explaining. Today you have homework. You have to read this lesson properly and then you have to learn whatever problems, whatever solution is there. So today we have finished this lesson. Thank you. Thanks a lot.